Omega-1 restarting. Alpha-1 genome restructuring.
Confirming exon replacement.
Base code 85 million. 100 million. Its speed is overwhelming. Alpha-1 to raise your central. Access confirmed. Initializing fake net. Disconnected. Activating emergency shelter. Denied. Contamination is spreading widely. Captain.
Cut off the cables manually.
Roger. Activating self-destruct bolts. Confirming. No good, nothing happened. Omega-1, they are attacking. We can't stop them.
98% of our weapons have been taken over.
The autopilot system Faust has been accessed, and its phase space logic is being rewritten. Ergo area is increasing. An internal plane is forming. Switching to space displacement mode.
Alpha-1, confirming transfer of coordinate codes. Coordinates input, coordinate NX128, EZ061. The main planet.
Damn. So they're planning on attacking. Engine room. Activate the emergency sealing system. Engine room. Engine. See that all civilians and passengers are safely transported to the escape shuttles. I will send a dispatch after evacuation is complete. I am evacuating the ship. All of you, evacuate now.
Evacuate. Evacuate. Evacuate the ship immediately. All passengers please board the shuttles in a calm and orderly fashion.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Xenogears. Today's episode is going to be a crazy ride of twists and turns. So, let's not waste any more time, get straight back into it. And I wanted to play the opening cutscene, so I switched back to disc 1. So now I will be inserting disc 2 as we return to where we were in the story. So give me one sec. All right. Oh, shit. One sec. Give me one sec. There's an audio problem I need to fix. Okay. That should be better. I won't be able to hear the game. Actually, wait, let me test something really quick. I'm so sorry about all this. Ah, that's not fixing it. Damn. Huh. Okay. So I had two options: either don't hear the game, or have there be a really bad echo into the microphone because for some reason the game volume was very, very loud in my headphones. So, and there was nothing I could do about it. Tried everything I could. Okay, so we're gonna roll with it like this. I don't want there to be an echo. I'm okay with not hearing the game. There's nothing in particular I have to hear. Some of the music I'll be missing out on, but at least I'll get to enjoy it. Anyway, so yeah, picking up from last time, we started Disc 2, and a hell of a lot happened. I am going to optimize my gears here. We have Shopkeep Johnny back with us. If you say dungeons, I say traveling merchants. You say traveling merchants, and I say Shopkeep Johnny. Buy something and fix up your gear. So we're going to fix up our gears. And While I do this, I'm going to try to give just because there's a lot happened last time. Try to give a summary, a pretty broad stroke summary of what's going on in the story right now. So we ended last time, very importantly, with a lot of developments, particularly regarding the villains. Solaris has been destroyed. That was at the end of Disc 1. Id destroyed it. Sorry about that. It destroyed Solaris, and in defending Nortune, our characters destroyed their last big mobile weapon. So the Solaris is defunct. However, the Gazmo Ministry, Emperor Cain, and Krelian, and Miang, and Ramses are all still alive. Where, you might ask? Well, if you remember the from earlier in Disc 1, I believe it was from the Octavia arc, there was a big fishbowl ship that Krelian was commanding. I don't remember if or when they drop its name. It may only be in Perfect Works, but the name of that ship is the Ezekiel. That is actually the ship that holds the Sol 9000, which is the computer that all the Gazmo Ministry heads are coded into. So everyone's there. All the Gazmo Ministry scenes that we see with Krelian and the Gazmo Ministry, with Miang and all that, that's where they are. They're not just in some no man's land. Solaris has fallen, so that's where they have been, and they are still able to watch over our characters through the memory cubes. So they have their objectives. Like a couple of these extra armor, +7. These are going to be useful. Maybe a couple of these. Maybe a couple of these. Charge. This could be good. Restoring more fuel with the charge. I may just build up to an infinity attack level, because that also increases. It also charges like 10 times more. So this is okay, but I think infinity attack level would suffice, because this takes up an equipment spot, and I don't necessarily want to take an equipment spot on any of my tanks, my gear. Sorry. Yeah. I'll just buy these weapons. Do we have anything? I guess I'll need that later. I need to give Citan's gear Fenrir the Kishin sword, which is the sword that the G elements dropped last time after we defeated them. So I'm gonna wait on buying anything for him. Just buy the Sonic G whip for whenever we use Anvari again. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll re-equip all of our gears. So, to kind of go over some of what the villains have been doing so far. So, last time, Krelian implanted a virus, put it into the air, so that when, inevitably, he knew that that our characters would release the limiter seal, which we did. We went to an old mass driver facility from the Zeboian civilization and released the limiter seals on everyone on Earth, but that activated the virus that Krelian had already implanted beforehand and turned a bunch of the people into mutated wells. They all sought the Soylent System facilities, which kind of conglomerated their masses into these big bioweapons. We don't know exactly what that's used for or what the whole purpose of that was. We may figure that out later. That was the true purpose of the Soylent System. And now a lot of people are seeking treatment in Nissan. And a lot of that's kind of been a hub for a lot of people in the world. They're receiving treatment from Melchior, who, remember, he is the nanomachine scientist. He's the one who taught Krelian. He has all this stuff on nanomachines. Batman has been yelling, "Where is he?" Last time I checked. Yeah. So there's a lot of the mutated wells. A lot of the people in general are seeking refuge in Nissan, where they're receiving treatment from Melchior and the nanomachines, and it's slowly but surely gonna be getting better. So there's all of that. Meanwhile, our party has been searching for the anima relics. There are only 2 remaining on the surface that have not been discovered by Solaris yet. We got the first one last time, went through a dungeon, some old ruins, and found an anima relic. The anima relics date back to the origin of humanity on this planet, which is 10,000 years ago, so they're very, very old, ultra ancient. We got the first one last time. It resonated with Billy's gear in Maswo, and now he has Elrin Maswo, his Omni gear. And now we're going after the second one, which I've kind of already spoiled by having him in the party. It will resonate with Styre, Rico's gear, and make his Omni gear. Anyway, so meanwhile, while all of this is happening, there's some developments with the villains, as I've been alluding to. I kind of got on tangents, but I'll talk about what the villains are doing. So right now, we have the Gazelle Ministry and Krellian ostensibly seem to be working for the same objective. They're trying to resurrect God. In order to resurrect God, they need to bring up the Paradise of Knowledge. There's this ark that is that they claim is beneath the ocean. That is supposedly the paradise where God once lay, and he enclosed all of the wisdom of the world in this ark. And they're trying to. It's called Mahanan. They're trying to raise Mahanan out of the water and reclaim that knowledge so they can have the sufficient means to be able to resurrect God. What they mean by resurrecting God, what exactly their God is, we don't know. But they want to resurrect God and go conquer the universe. At least that's what the Gazelle Ministry wants. So both Gazelle Ministry and Krellian and Miang, who's working amongst all of them, all want that objective. However, they seem to kind of underlying their working together, they seem to have different motives. We don't know exactly what Krellian's motives in all this are. We know that the Gazelle Ministry just want to get bodies back and be able to go conquer the universe again. But there may even be more to that we don't know yet. But we don't know hardly anything about Krellian. Krellian seems to be working with the Gazelle Ministry only to try to get Mahanan back and to resurrect God, but he seems to have his own motivations in all of this. We don't quite know a lot about what he's trying to do specifically. And then Miang, as she said last time, is taking whoever's side is successful, whichever is the winning side. She just wants to resurrect God no matter what it is, no matter whose motivations went out. So that's kind of where they're headed. The problem that both Krellian and the Gazelle Ministry are running into is Emperor Cain. Cain has proven himself a traitor to their cause. Perhaps at one point he wanted to resurrect God, he wanted to help the Gazelle Ministry do that. At this point, he's proven himself loyal to the humans, the surface dwellers, and he wants the best for them. And, unfortunately for the Gazelle Ministry and Krellian, he is more powerful than all of them. In fact, Cain is immortal and can only be killed by himself. So, the Gazelle Ministry can't do anything without Cain stepping in and stopping them. In particular, the Gazelle Ministry have been saying several times that they want to activate what they're called the Geisha key. We don't know exactly what that does, but that's important to their plan in some way. Of course, the Geisha key is a biblical reference. It's the key of Solomon in the Bible. That's what it's called, the Geisha key. That does some purpose, we don't know. Somehow connected to Mahanan, rising it from the ocean. But every time they've tried to activate the Geisha key, Cain has stopped them. He's more powerful than them. So both Krellian and Gazelle Ministry and Miang want Cain gone, so that Cain can't interfere with them anymore. But only Cain can kill Cain. So what they're in the midst of doing right now is manipulating Ramses into taking out Cain for them, into overthrowing Cain, and they can pursue whatever objectives they wish. Ramses, amidst all of this, is very emotionally volatile. He is his head is set on just one objective. He has this crazy inferiority complex, this obsession with being better than Faye, and proving himself. And this obsession is being manipulated by Krellian, the Gazelle Ministry, by Miang, for their own means. And they're going to try to manipulate him into deposing of Cain so that they can do what they need to do. All right. And then there's the elements amongst all of this, which have this big social Darwinian might makes right perspective, and they're just following Ramses because Ramses is might makes right, basically. And because they've always followed Ramses. Anyway, so that's kind of the broad strokes summary of what's going on in the story right now. It's a lot. There's a lot they pack into disc 2, and there's even more we're going to get to today. So, stream's already been going on for 20 minutes. Let's just keep going. And yes, there is a reason that I began the stream by showing the opening cutscene again. That will become relevant in this stream. Okay. So let's put on the extra armor plus 7s that we just got onto our characters. We'll give Veltal 2 this. Ether armor +1. Do I have any other ether armor? I think there's only the +1. Yeah. You give him better response with the light armor +3. I don't think I'm going to do that though. Yes, this Goku sword. I'll give him the Kishin sword. That's the one we got from the G elements last time, as I said. And then give Fenrir the. I'll give him the ether armor +1, and then I'll give him the light armor in exchange for the magnetic coat. That's less response, but it is still some response. That's a decent thing to have. And Styre is very outdated. This will be the last time we'll use Styre for basically ever. Extra armor +7. He's just kind of a tank, so we'll give him ether armor +1. Frame HP 50 is fine, and then I'll give Fenrir the other frame HP 50 I have. Let's go, I believe it's right. Where would it be? Do I have one? Maybe I don't have one. Alright, whatever, frame HP 30 is fine. Kind of a glass cannon anyway. That's our equipment, and we've optimized our engines and armor and frame, so we are good to go. Progress to the dungeon. We'll save. Stars Know is what this chapter is called, whatever that means. So, yeah, we have some random battles here. This is a gear dungeon, as opposed to the last Anima Relic dungeon, which was a ground dungeon. This it may fool you at first because of these enemies here that are ground enemies, but this is in fact a gear dungeon. There's a lot of them, so it is still better to fight them with their gears. You can see Fenrir there is able to use a sword rather than his previous gear, Heimdall, only being able to use this. So this is the Croaker tribe, the people who live here. Who knows how long they have lived here? We don't know anything about these people. They're probably just natives of this planet, as opposed to, from what we've heard, the humans of this planet are not natives. They, according to the Gazelle Ministry, they told Faye back in Solaris that they are not, that humans are actually not from this planet. And that was confirmed. Of course, we kind of knew that before. That was confirmed by the archaeological evidence from the fossils that Balthasar had back in the very beginning of the game. The humans have only been here on this planet for 10,000 years. But that doesn't mean that there aren't other native tribes to this planet, like perhaps these Croakers that have been living in this cave for who knows how long. All of the enemies, and all of the life forms in general of this planet have their own little bios in Perfect Works. I may go over that when I go over Perfect Works later. Plan on making a bonus stream after I finish the main story where I just talk about Perfect Works and all the interesting lore that's only in that. Aquasoul DX, and over here, even Ether Guard. So it doesn't seem like we can cross this gap. Can't check anyway because we have speeding frogs from the sewers of Midgar. That's right. These Croakers are a decent source of gold or XP. If that matters to you at this point. Gold always matters in this game, though. Gear parts cost an arm and a leg. Sorry, I do have a little bit of mucus in my sinuses and throat, so I sound a little nasally. That's why. I'm sniffing a lot. Try to drink some water throughout the stream. We're also getting things and skills from these, which we can then sell to the B-Info Center whenever we get back to Nortune. Shit. We gotta get on this rock and then over here. Okay. So yeah, there's no way across that gap. So we're gonna have to find a different way. Over here there's this rock. We can move this out of the way. And go on foot through a door. So when I said gear dungeon, it's more of a combination between ground dungeon and gear dungeon. There's a lot of puzzles here, just like the other Anima Relic dungeon. Writing on the wall. Higher than the center pillar. Okay. Writing on the wall. Check the back of the stone pillars. Any other writing? Writing on the wall. The center stone will be your foothold. Higher than the center pillar, the center stone will be your foothold. Check the backs of these stones. Anything else? Writing on the wall, 4 steps south, 10 steps west. Perhaps of this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's like here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll just be this. Perhaps. Find the 3 hidden stones, then put them in the holes. The truth is back there. Looks like there's writing carved on the walls. Yeah, we've been reading some of that. Aim your sights higher. So like higher as in higher. Aim your sights higher. The unseen is true too. Okay. Okay, what's this weird object here? I keep running into something. Right here. Is that not a stone? Okay. Well, that did something. Got one of the stones. And then... Sorry about some of the background noise, by the way. Higher than the center... What? Okay, so look above, higher than the center pillar. So what's the deal with this? Okay. I'm also curious about this one. 4 steps south, 10 steps west. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Truth is back there. Oh. Okay. So that's another one of them. And what else? What else we got? Did we already... I'm confused as to like which one's which. Like what like which ones we've already gotten that are being referred to by these whether I am following something and like I'm accidentally getting another stone or what is going on, I'm not sure. Writing on the wall, the center stone will be your foothold. Like the center stone? Maybe. I was supposed to keep the center. Okay. That's odd. Seems true too. Okay. Yeah, I did. Check the back of the stone pillars. Okay, I may actually reset this. Because I don't know what writings refer to what things. So I'm going to try to kind of go about this from the beginning again. Yeah, so all the stones are gone. So checking the backs of the stone pillars. So I check this one. Or I check this one. Or I check this one. None of those do anything. Check the backs of the stone pillars. Okay. I didn't do anything though. Okay, so he says this. Yep. Your sight's higher. Yep. Or maybe now, maybe that activated something, me reading that. If I scan them now. Nope. There's the other one, the unseen is true too. What is that referring to? It's like this random collision here. I don't know what that is. Why is this here? Okay, I want to try this one again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What the hell is this? Okay, I had to scan the truth is back there first. Okay, now the center stone will be your foothold. Sights are aimed higher. This is right in front of this stone pillar. If I jump on this, I can, yeah. Okay, I'm right. Gotcha. All right, so that gets that one, and that gets this one. Now I just have to find the one I found last time that was over on this side. Right, the Zelda puzzle. Yep. Yeah, when Takahashi tries to make puzzles, he certainly makes them quite difficult. Okay. So I did something. Like over in this area to activate a stone to fall down. What does this one say? Unseen is true too? Okay. This one's curious, because this one basically leads me over here. Yep, okay. I don't know what I did, but I walked 4 steps south and 10 steps west, and that seemed to do something. Awesome. Got some Indiana Jones Tomb of the Lost Ark shit going on here. I should have those random. Yeah, if there was random encounters in that room, that'd be horrible. At least there's somewhat good game design here. Okay. And just as I talked about. What are these things? Tusk. He's my pet. Oh, why is there a snake in this plane? From Indiana Jones. I hate snakes! Snakes. Why is it always gotta be snakes? Those kanji when Titan attacks come up too quickly for me to actually read them. I wish I could know what it says though. You got ivory from those monsters. Dark, considering the ivory industry on Earth, on our world. Okay, more croakers. This is just spamming the triangle button over and over. If we had Emeralda, we could probably make short work of them with magic, but not really any point. We're gonna have to go across this little bridge on foot. We get our... No, we can't get our stuff back over there. I was thinking maybe we could. They run so fast. There we go. They're enemy counters. Nice. Okay, now we're in here. It really does feel like a Indiana Jones temple. These weird engravings on the walls. This is from like the very first civilization that was here, or perhaps it's even just from the Croakers. Like the Croakers actually made all these temples and stuff. Perhaps they worship the animal relics and stuff. I don't know the whole story behind that yet. It's through here. A boulder. Okay, we're gonna have to go around the other side. Push that down. Oh, trap. Where does this lead me? Oh, okay. They all lead into this tunnel, and I'm sure that's another trap there. Rose Tabard. Let me see if there's any way to know. If I just take that, which ones are trapdoors? Yes, that works. Fear not the darkness of the walls of the pit, for if you keep moving forward, the path you will find. Okay. So fall into the pit then. Oh, wait. Okay. No. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that's the wrong way. Yeah, so there's a door on one of those little pits. So I go into, like, this one. Yeah. Yep, there it is. Okay, just keep moving forward. Works out. What's this? Now what? Hey, Celia's falling! Show some courage and stand your ground. Drop me down. Okay, well. Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Those spikes are fake. I remember that now. Okay, so we gotta dodge all the pits there, and then go back into this one, and keep moving forward. Into here. Then do this again. Okay. Now what? Oh, okay, it's a lift. Nice. Oh, okay, I remember this room. There's something really weird with this room. There's like different water levels. There's a button with 7 marks on it. Not yet. What's over here? There's a button with 3 marks on it. Yeah, okay, there's something like weird to this. Looks like there is a switch on the floor. What happens if it drains the water more? Or I have to get the water to where I can go into that door at the bottom there. Okay. So what, is there like, right? Yeah, writing on the wall. Not too little or much. Find a happy medium to succeed in life. Yeah, okay. I got that much. That's it. Buttons on both sides control the wall. Okay, obviously. All right. And then this just drains it. Okay. What's the 3 one do? What does this do? Water level won't go any lower. What does this one do? Fills water in. And what happens with this? What? What the hell is this? Okay. The water is full at 10. Okay, wait. Let me get the water full. So maybe I can get it down to 5 then. If that's the happy medium. Okay. Water is full at 10. These sides mark the water level. What? The marks on these sides to mark water levels. But what? So confused. Oh! Down a little bit. Pressing the 7 makes it go up and down a lot, like by 7 levels versus by 3 levels. Okay. And now, when we drain it, it'll go down 7 levels. I remember this now. Okay. And then we need to push the 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. So now that gets it to... that gets it to 9. Back to 7. This one, and then we go back up. That gets it to 5. That's a crazy puzzle, though. So, okay, so I think we're back up now. Can someone in my chat please confirm? So I think there was a low bandwidth. The stream just cut out. I think my internet cut out, and then, but I think we should be back up now. Okay, nice. We're gonna roll with it. Okay. So let's keep going. So we got the water level where we needed it to, and now there's a path forward to the store. I am sorry about all the difficulties. Now we're on the other side of this boulder. We can now push that down. That gets us a path back to the start. We can get a chest over here. Beastly robe. Let me check on that really quick. Although our ground equipment really doesn't matter, but let's see. Beastly robe, is that just maybe a Rico thing? Perhaps? Who would get the beastly robe? Maybe that's a female. I don't know. Oh, that's weird. He needs something better than the war mail. Come on now. Black leather. Anything better than that? Black helmet. The Rose Tavern. Okay. Sure. So he still has a wizardry ring. I'm gonna give him the speed ring. He's our strongest ground fighter, so he kind of needs the speed. All right, let's get going. Spent a lot of time here. I want to get to other things. Okay, so raising and lowering the water level then affected the water level outside of this little tunnel. Back out here where our gears are. And as you can see, now we can go down. I have to go cross over this again, though. Back in our gears, come on. Why isn't it getting back in our gears? No. Why? Shit. Okay. So setting up a random encounter, that's why. Not fighting those without our gears. Okay. Can I just get on them from here? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's better. King's Helm. Another piece of equipment. And another random encounter. Now I can fight you. Again, I apologize for the background noise. Ether doubler. Okay. Go in here. Got a save point. We're going to need this. We have a very interesting boss coming up. And I guess you could call it a hard one. It's an interesting one. Nice. Alright. Almost at the end of this dungeon. It's right through here. We can go up the... There we go. Into the door. We have another one of these hallways, like with the first Xeno relic. There is an anima relic in these ruins. Yeah, see what I mean? How Ellie just kind of appears out of nowhere if you don't have her in the party?
Some ancient people worshipped meaningless things too, huh? Who's that? What'd you say? Say something I understand. Who are you? Get out of my head!
Rico, are you okay?
I've seen that shape somewhere before.
Wasn't that Rico's gear? So it looks like it was your turn, Rico. Well, anyway, we'll soon see when we go outside. This gear looks sick now. Look at the fins on the top. Whoa, what the... Hey, bro. It's been a long time no see, bro. Hammer, is that you? What are you doing in that outfit? I was finally able to get it. Super strength, just like you, bro. It feels so good. Being one with your gear, Krellian did this for me. Anyway, just leave that gear and Miss Ellie for me. Resistance is useless. I'm much too powerful for you now. What are you saying, Hammer? What? You're not handing them over? I see. Then I'll just have to use force and take the girl and the gear from you.
Stop it, Hammer!
Even you, champ, won't win against me now. Here I come! Gave away what little humanity he had for the sake of being like those that he looked up to. So this fight is interesting. You're technically not supposed. You don't have to win this fight. I'll specify. It's not that you're not supposed to win this fight. You don't have to win this fight. But if you do win this fight, you can get some really good stuff. Let me actually check on one thing regarding this boss. I need to check how much HP this guy has. Because that is important. Below a certain amount of HP, Hammer will self-destruct. And you want to be able to beat him before he self-destructs. And then you'll be able to get something very, very good. It's a pretty gimmicky boss. Jeez, can I not just see how much HP this guy has? Not just readily available information? Okay, 48,000. Okay, so you want to keep track of how much HP he has. goes below 27,000, he self-destructs. So I'm going to have a calculator open with me, and I'm going to keep track of how much HP I do. So at the beginning, you want to do you want to just do chip damage to him, just to like kind of chip his HP down and be able to build up attack level. Self-modification. He grows arms. He attacks you. And he'll grow more arms and limbs over the course of the fight. That's El Styre, by the way. That's Rico's Omni gear. That's what I mean. Hammer's just a nuisance. Yeah, just a big thorn in our side now. He does a lot of damage here, though. So at the beginning of this fight, you just want to stay healthy and build your attack level. Until eventually you can just go hammer. Ah, get it? Hammer. Beating the crap out of sight in there. Let's just get his HP down a little more. 3,000. Okay. That's close to 4,000 actually. Okay. We're probably getting pretty close to when we can go ham on him. So I probably ought to get... Ooh. That's down, okay. Probably ought to just build up attack level. Eco... Discharge. So now that I believe I went over it last time, but we now have an infinity attack level that we can activate. That's what if you look on the right, that's what hyper mode is. The 16% hyper mode. That's something you unlock in Disc 2. Every gear can go hyper mode. That's what the infinite attack level is. Whenever they reach the way to get into hyper mode is whenever a gear reaches attack level 3. Growing more limbs, and eventually it'll just grow enough limbs to self-destruct. I believe that's the idea. It's the gimmick behind it. But yeah. So whenever you get to attack level 3, you can charge your gear, and then the gear has a certain chance every time you charge it once you're attack level 3 of getting into hyper mode. Now Styre is in hyper mode. Hyper mode makes it so that your charges are worth 10 times, and your attacks are... you unlock 2 new death blows that are a gear's strongest death blows. Whereas we have Faye, whose system id actually just goes ahead and puts him in hyper mode. That's what it does. It just puts him in hyper mode without having to charge, without having to build any attack level. Okay, so we'll have Sight in hyper mode. He's already in hyper mode. Hyper mode only lasts for 2 turns. Damn, may not have actually wanted to put him quickly. I don't want to attack him now. I think he's kind of close. Charge. Damn. Charge. Don't want to kill him that quick. I really, really want to get these items. Got to do a lot of damage, a lot of kind of burst damage to him really quickly. Okay, I think we should be good now to just go all out. go system id with. Okay. And then I ought to put the other 2 gears in booster as well. Just go ahead and attack first. I don't know how many more turns. I think it may be 3 turns actually, so 2. Like no Kaiser. 9. Okay, booster. You gotta get this thing fast before he self-destructs. Oof. Shit. You drop back down. Okay, whatever. Just go for it. Attack. Same with you. Or actually, keep you alive, I guess. Go 10x. Yep. Here it goes. I think I lost it here. That's what Get out of here. Back to system mid. Or maybe system mid. Yeah, damn it. Okay. Well, that's fine. So, the item you end up getting there is an item, it's a piece of equipment you can put on your gears or characters that basically puts them in booster mode from the very beginning of the fight without ever having to use fuel to do booster mode. It comes in really, really handy in the final dungeon, but that's fine. Ask my bro, far too strong. Even for me, just when I thought I finally got powerful enough to beat you too.
Hammer!
Champ, promise me you'll go back to Nortune one day. You are the next in line to be the Kaiser. That's the only mention of that the entire game.
You knew?
Don't underestimate the power of my information network. But it's no use now. For a bit player like me, this is probably the end I deserve. Hammer! Hammer disappeared into the chasm with a look of satisfaction. Was he happy because he had been able to attain it, his brief moment of power? Hammer's smile, was that the look of joy from attaining power? Or was it the look of relief from the pain that was brought upon him by his mutation? Ultimately, we had no other choice but to defeat our friend Hammer for the sake of our own survival. Was there any other way around it? I'd never felt that fighting was so futile until now. Ellie cried continuously. She hated herself for not having the power to be able to do anything to help him. When I saw her like that, I couldn't help thinking. I could no longer allow her to fight like this. We returned to Ignis, feeling that this had become much more than we could bear. And even after Hammer killed Ellie's mother too, specifically, Ellie still felt for Hammer. What do you want, Ramses?
You. If you didn't exist, that's why I must get rid of you. Only then will I be able to beat him.
Manipulated.
What do you think you're doing, Ramses? That's absurd. Do you think you can neutralize my power?
Of course he can. He was made to be able to do so.
Krellian? Surely you're not on their side now.
Oh, really now? I don't care about a group of old geezers who are so obsessed with clinging on onto their dear little lives that they had to resort to turning themselves into data on the Sol 9000 in order to survive. That's not why. Your existence obstructs me from reaching my goal, that's all. Haven't you been working for humanity's future, for humans to live longer? That is why I assisted you. Yes, that's right. I tried to lead the people in my own way. That hasn't changed in the least.
Krellian, what's gotten into you?
Kill him, Ramses.
Ah!
So, Cain is dead? Yes.
The final fate for one bound with an everlasting flesh. If only he had just accepted our logical ideals too.
Fitting end for someone who had become dominated by needless flesh. Excellent work, Krellian. Now there is nothing that can stand in the way of us accomplishing our objective. The anima relics have been awakened and have aligned with their respective animus. Dan, Joseph, Gad have each been aligned with a service dweller as their animus. Huga's Asher, Ramses' Zebulun, Krellion's Judah, Sophia's Dinah. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Issachar were already aligned 500 years ago. And finally, Raf's Naphtali. All of the anima relics have now been activated. Each of the anima relics are named after one of the 12 tribes of Israel from the Bible. It's the 12 sons of Jacob, the ancestors of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what they're named after. The identity of the persona mask of the mother has also become clear. The time has come.
Now is the time to open the door to God's domain, to attain the fleshly body and the wisdom of God.
The time of the true awakening, to carry us to new horizons. Yes, the time of the gospel has come. Now, humans, extol the awakening of God. And that is the geisha key. With Cain gone, it can now be activated. Suddenly the howling erupted. Even the people who had not mutated were being turned into wells. They howled like war cries as if to call out to something. That was because Ramses had been manipulated into assassinating the Emperor. Now, with nothing else holding them back, the Ministry had put into use the geisha key, the effect of which was to alter these people who had been destined by God. These people destined by God, regardless of whether they were surface dwellers or Solarians, began to change shape one after the other. The howling was the people who had filled the earth, calling out to God. Once humans have filled the earth, God will awaken from his long sleep, and the awakening of Mehanan, the paradise in the sky, will soon follow. The true meaning of what the Ministry had spoken, the true nature of that legend, was at last beginning to be realized. This is what they meant when they said, once humans have filled the earth. Eventually, Mehanan, the resting place of God, woke from its long slumber and began to rise, almost as if responding to the call of the people. It appeared before us in all its majestic glory. Solaris, Gazel Ministry sent a massive force there to obtain God and his wisdom. But by now, neither the nation of Solaris nor the organization known as Gebler existed anymore. The only thing that was left there was an innumerable accumulation of weapons. Almost all the Solarians had been transfigured into weapons. The Gazel Ministry now reigned over them as their commanders. There was no way we could allow God or God's wisdom to fall into the hands of the Ministry. We decided to assemble all the forces we could and head toward Mahanon. It was a perilous battle. There was no guarantee that we would make it back alive. We were to carry out the plan at dawn. Hence, I had to stiffen my resolve concerning her. Wait a minute! You want me to stay here? No, I'm going with you! No, it's too dangerous. Why? I've been in many dangerous situations. This isn't the first time. I said no, we can't take you. Please, understand. No, I want to go. We've been fighting together all this time, and suddenly you're telling me not to go? I just don't get it. This isn't like any other fight. It's a battle for the wisdom created by God. It's life or death. Whoever controls it becomes the true dominator of the world. It's obvious the Ministry will bring in the strongest possible troops. There is no guarantee you'll come back alive. That's exactly why I want to go. You don't have the slightest idea. What don't I understand? If the enemy were only the Ministry or just mechanical weapons, it would be okay. But most of the enemies will be made up of what were once humans. Humans just like you and I. I saw them at those facilities. Gears that were made out of humans. They were the same as Hammer. Could you now destroy them after knowing this? In order to save ourselves, can you truly say that you could kill those who were once your friends? So, do you still want to go now? Well... You can't even kill one person. Your presence would be a burden during the fight. You just get in the way. Hey, Faye, don't you think you went a little far there? We cannot blame her. At least we should understand her feelings. I know how Ellie feels. I know she wouldn't have listened to me if I had just said, "You're not coming." Seeing as she has worked together with us for such a long time and all. That's why I had to explain it to her like that. The people gathered in Nissan need Ellie. She's got to realize how much people are depending on her. I can't put her in a dangerous situation. The way you said it was a little harsh. You didn't have to be so cold. She was crying, you know? But I'm sure she realizes that. I agree. Maybe you are the one who doesn't understand. Me? I don't understand. The lady's heart. She wants to go, to be with you, Faye. Until the end. Yeah. If I were you, I'd hold her tight and say, "Let's go together," just like that. Really? No. I mean, Young master, don't overdo yourself now. Ah, shut up. Anyhow, why don't you go ask her to come with you? Whether she'll go or not, you should express your feelings in words. If you really care about her, you have to go tell her. Express your feelings, right? I didn't mean... Too late now, everyone knows it. You're not being true to yourself, are you? I agree.
Faye said it straight out.
Go ahead, go chase after her. What are you waiting for? Everyone knows at this point. Cat's out of the bag. Come on now, go for it. Women don't like insensitive men. You don't know how to treat a lady, do you? Faye, is it not the time for you to come out with your feelings now?
Faye, go. Don't you worry about me. Please hurry and go to her.
It's not the way to treat her. I don't know much about this kind of thing, but Hammer used to tell me to be nice to women. I'm not well versed in the art of romance. Sorry about what just happened. Forgive me, but I want to explain. Now, for the first time, people on both Earth and Solaris are becoming one. But then, not all of them are strong like the crew of this ship, or the people in Shavat. Even we almost lose sight of our future at times, so you can imagine what regular people go through. That's why people need someone like you to depend on, as a light to guide us. You freed the hearts of the people who have been used as tools by that ministry for hundreds of years. Ellie, it was you, and now your body doesn't just belong to you alone anymore. That's why I can't let you be in any danger, and that's why I don't want you to fight anymore. It's funny, isn't it? Huh? We used to be enemies, and now we're together like this. In the beginning, I think I saw myself in you. We seemed to overlap, you being in a similar situation as I was in. When I was with you, I didn't feel alone or apprehensive. That's why I thought I liked you. But it wasn't that. I simply didn't have the courage to look at my true self. I turned to you to run away from it all, and mistook that for love. But it's different now. I can face my own problems. I am me, and you are you. It has all become clear to me now. I also learned that I really do need you. It's not because I need you as a sanctuary for my problems. I need you because I truly love you. Ellie. I know what you're saying, Faye. I know why you're so concerned for my safety. But you know, I'm scared. I fear we may never see each other again. I just have this feeling. Don't worry, I won't die. No, it's not that. It's something completely different. It's as if I'm being torn apart by something I can't resist. That I'm no longer me. Even if you come back safely, it still just feels so uneasy. That is why I need to go with you. I can't bear to be away from you. I feel the same way, ever since the time I met you in that forest. I think it's the same feeling that you've been having. I was also running to you. But I have to solve my own problems. I can't throw my problems onto you. There is another me. Id is within me. I fear that at any moment, Id may awaken within me. You're the only one that has been able to keep me from giving in to Id. It was because you were always by my side that I was still able to keep from losing myself. I promise you that I will return. So, that is, Ellie, I want you to be the reason to return. To be my home that I can return to. Ellie, if you will wait for me to come back, even if we are in totally different places, as long as you will stay by my side, I know I'll be able to do anything. Oh, Faye. Are you going now? Yeah, sorry. Did I wake you? It's okay. I've been awake all along. All along? Uh-huh. I was watching over you while you slept. And before I realized it, it was morning. Well, I'm off. Alright then. You be careful. Yeah, I will. Oh! Could you hold on to this for me? What is this? Is this a pendant? I don't know whose it is. It seems it was on me when I was brought into Lahan. It may be mine, or it could be... It could be? Oh, nothing. Will you just hold on to it for me? Alright, I'll hold on to it for you. Thanks. Well, I guess it's goodbye. Faye. Yeah? Thank you. Yes, it's implied that they did it. Yeah. It is implied. Ellie, are you okay about this? Don't you want to be with him? Yes, but it's because I believe in him. Just being close to a person is not in itself an indication of love, is it? But men are selfish. When something big happens, they say, it's too dangerous, you can't come. They treat women like we are weaklings. Although, it is true I can't help Bart and friends much anymore. That's not true. Everyone wants someone special waiting for them. Someone who will protect a place they can return to. If you don't have that peace of mind, then you would not be able to get anything done. Men try to tough it out as much as they can, and then some. They're cute the way they do that, aren't they? Yeah, you're right. Anyway, we have things to do too now. And while we do them, let's pray that everyone comes back safely. To God? No. To your own innermost feelings that everyone believes in. What's wrong? Knew it. Yes, that must be it. What? Ellie, it's like everyone says. You must be a reincarnation of Sophia. You have no way of knowing the Nissan Tech's teachings, but what you say, well, it's exactly the same as what Sophia always said. Yes, that might be it. First time I visited here, I had the most amazing feeling. Familiar, sad, like I had visited here many times in my dreams. I know where each room is and what's in them. I just know I must have been in here in the distant past. Before, if you had spoken of this, I'd have brushed it off with a laugh. But now I can more or less believe it. The things I couldn't do then, I'm probably trying to do now. Things you couldn't do. Yes, things I couldn't do. Driving back the Solarian interceptor forces, we took to the floating continent Mahanan. Those orange letters on the side, by the way, spell out Eldridge. You can see it as it goes in closer there. It was the central hull of a colossal spacecraft with a diameter of at least 40 Kelts. Judging from the condition of the hull, we estimated the ship was thousands of years old. It was determined by examining the inside of the wreckage that some kind of accident occurred on this ship about 10,000 years ago, which forced it to crash into our planet. The same time that we think humans started on this planet. Alien beings that came to our planet from a far-off galaxy eons ago. Could it possibly have been that our ancestors were the passengers of the ship that had crash-landed here on this planet? Seeking God in His divine wisdom, Raziel's tree, which, it is said, lay here in Mahanan, we proceeded further. Okay, so we have a boss coming up. Let's change our members. I like this party. Face Titan and Bart. Excuse me. That's Veltal 2, Fenrir, and Anvari. I like this party. We haven't used Maria in so long. I may actually switch in Maria for Titan, just to have change of party here. And let me check on our equipment too. I love all those scenes with Faye and Ellie, by the way. Again, my personal favorite romance in all of video games. Nothing even compares. Like, Noah and Mia are up there too, but like, man. They're so good. And the way they like have to navigate through their own feelings while also like not running away from their problems through the other person, but also like acknowledging their feelings and having that struggle. It's so real. It's so just, it's realistic and natural, and it's so well written. It's so well written. Let's go. In the depths, we saw an alien form. It was partially rotted and petrified, a giant, grotesque being. It gave off an inexplicable air of intimidation. Perhaps it was more than a gut reaction. Perhaps it was the fear of the absolute that came from the very depths of our inherent instincts. And it attacks! So, this fight is the weirdest fight in the entire game, bar none. This thing is called Deus. Deus, whenever you attack it, the demonstration here, instantly heals itself. So, you're at a loss, I guess. Nothing much you can do. All you can do is just build up attack. I'm being facetious, of course. There is actually a way you beat this. Yeah. So this is its only attack. It will have everyone's HP, including itself. It will have its own HP as well. So all you have to do is just wait for it to keep having its own HP. It starts with 40,000, goes down to 20,000, 10,000, 5,000, get it to something that's manageable, and then go ham on it. Take down the rest of its HP in one bout. So these first couple times, we're just going to be building up attack level. That's all we're going to be doing. Because it's going to just heal back to 40,000 right here. And I may want to... I think that's its only attack, but I could be wrong, and I don't want to be blindsided. Yeah, okay, it does have other attacks. Don't want to be blindsided by something like that. Honestly, that's going to be fine for getting through it. Just have a roll in charge. With their HP. And then I can just go into system mid whenever it gets low enough. Okay, it's weird isopode, yeah. So, I'm sure you've been able to figure it out by now. But, the ship from the intro cutscene is this ship. It is the Eldridge, as the name on the side of Mahanon called it. So the people of this planet right now call it Mahanon. But the ship itself was known as Eldridge. That is the ship that crash landed in the intro cutscene. So, and all of the people who were there were the ancestors, supposedly, of the humans here. But it seems like all of them died, and if you remember in the intro cutscene, there was one human that emerged out of the wreckage. One purple-haired human. A mother figure, perhaps. The mother of all humanity. You may have heard that before. Can you please do your HP having attack, not your stupid ether attacks? Please. Greatly benefit me. And if you remember, in the intro cutscene, on the monitors in the bridge of the ship, there was an organism that seemed to be coming from the hull of the ship and taking it over. There was an organism that was like taking over the ship, hacking into all of its systems, and growing. You could see on one of the monitors that there was this weird organism that was growing within part of the ship, and it was like taking over the whole thing. Well, this skeletal thing that we're fighting now looks an awful lot like that organism. They also mention in the opening cutscene at one point the Raziel Center, and we're hearing as we entered Mahanon about Raziel's tree, where all of the knowledge is the knowledge of God, supposedly, that we're trying to get to. Just all those connections. And as well, Mahanon originated from 10,000 years ago. That ship crash happened 10,000 years ago. Babel Tower is also from 10,000 years ago. And Fort Jasper is also from 10,000 years ago. We've seen lots of remnants of things that were from 10,000 years ago. And if you remember, Fort Jasper and Babel Tower, Citan hypothesized to have been two parts of some larger mechanism. That's why Fort Jasper was able to shoot at the Babel Tower mirror and was able to reflect off and be able to use in tandem with each other, right? And both were from around the same time. Well, back in that intro cutscene, if you rewatch the intro cutscene, you may see some missile pods that come out of the hull of the ship and start blasting things. Fort Jasper shares a shape, damn it, with one of those little missile pods. So Fort Jasper, being as huge as we know it to be, is just one of those many missile pods that kind of emerge from the gunwale of the ship and start firing. So, interesting stuff. And Babel Tower was also a part of the ship, was a part of the Eldridge. Babel Tower was a part of the Eldridge, Fort Jasper was a part of the Eldridge, and Mahanon was a part of the Eldridge. So the Eldridge crash landed here due to 10,000 years ago, the Eldridge, which contained humans from a far-off galaxy, crash landed on this planet after it was taken over by some alien organism that was growing within the ship. Had to crash land here. The captain had to do a self-destruct protocol, and can't heal. It's down to 5,000 now. I may just be able to like take it out. Go to system id. Yeah, it was able to. It had a crash land here. There was the captain had to initiate a self-destruct sequence, which caused the ship to crash land, and its wreckage has spread across the planet. A woman emerged from the wreckage that was the mother of all the humans that now live on this planet from all that time ago. And we've seen lots of wreckage of the ship. Mahanon, Babel Tower, Fort Jasper, there's definitely others. Most likely, that first Anima Relic dungeon was also a relic of that ship. Perhaps the Anima Relics came from... perhaps they came from the Eldridge. Interesting stuff. Do you do the attack again? There we go. Okay. Now I feel comfortable attacking it. We also know from the Gazel Ministry back in Solaris, they said that the Gazel Ministry and Cain were both some of the first humans that ever existed on this planet. They were both born, all the Gazel Ministry members, all the original 12 of them, and Emperor Cain were all born all those years ago, 10,000 years ago, shortly after the Eldritch crash. So we have a big timeline here. This stuff is really, really fascinating. Let's see what we can learn now. As we enter Raziel's tree. That was the ultimate power. The partially rotted thing eventually self-disintegrated. We proceeded even further. That's also a shot we saw from the opening cutscene. That weird supercomputer with the two yellow monitors. We saw that in the opening cutscene as well. This is Raziel's tree. People on the ship refer to it as the Raziel Center. We came to an enormous cavern that was big enough to swallow the whole capital of Ave. In its center were two gently glowing objects. It was the source of divine wisdom. It was Raziel's tree. Raziel is another biblical reference. Mahanon, as well, is named after Makon, which is one of the heavens from Kabbalah, which is a Jewish mystic tradition. So Again, everything is named after something in Xenogears. Most likely it's a religious reference. If you ever wonder, it's a religious reference. And the cavern itself was a giant computer called Raziel. The wisdom of God, hidden within Raziel. We found the unthinkable when we accessed this data. A large, unmanned strategic weapon and its battalion of terminal interface weapons, traveling from star system to star system, and a gargantuan mothership used to carry them. The creation of the Moloch Angel, God's army to reign over the vast universe with, and the construction of a divine ark. These weapons were called Yabe, which is a intentional mistranslation of Yahweh, the name for the Judeo-Christian God. I'll talk about that story later. This line right here is the reason why this game was only translated by one person, because a lot of people did not want to translate this line in fear of backlash. Anyway, these weapons were called Yabe, the Interplanetary Invasion Weapon System. What the Gazo Ministry was pursuing was right here. According to the data, the giant rotting organism we just defeated was in fact the nucleus of the system. We were on the verge of accessing the data for the object called Zohar, the central neural circuit and power source controlling the entire system, from the weapons to the mothership. And suddenly, he appeared. Ah, the hidden data from Raziel's tree. Move away from there. This matter is far too weighty for the likes of you. Damn, we were so close! We must protect it with our lives. We can't let them have the Raziel data. You handle them. I will try to extract as much data as I am able to. Of course, Citan is just, automatically able to access all the data without knowing anything about the code or the encryption or the language it's in. He's just, plot. If anything goes wrong, I will destroy this place. That's a crazy looking gear, but it's a familiar looking gear. This is, we'll come up, Alpha Veltal. And obviously, this is a force loss battle. Alpha Veltal is the true form of Grof's gear. We saw its bat wings once long ago when Groff tried to protect Ellie from the Hecht in Kislev, in Nortune. Alpha Veltal is an Omni-Gear.
I guess that's all you can take for now. Are you frustrated? But that is only natural. After all, you are imperfect.
Imperfect?
Yes, you are lacking now. The absence of wrath is an impediment to you utilizing your true strength.
Wrath?
The drive to massacre and annihilate, the compulsion to destroy your opponent. Such wrath is power for the soul. By eliminating your foe, you attain your first sublimation of that drive. It is this very sublimation that draws out the hidden powers within oneself. But clinging to reason, suppressing your wrath and desire, makes releasing your true power a dream within a dream for you. You already know this. When wrath appeared in your heart, the machine responded, did it not? What drew out such power from your machine was truly the drive of your soul. It was your id. The sign of the purpose you've been seeking. The mark of a natural-born assassin.
You're wrong. That's absolutely untrue. I am not id.
The time has come. I'll take your soul and draw its power out to the limit.
Enough. Huh? What are you stopping me for? He is bait. If you kill the bait, the precious bird we wish to capture will fly away. You know, a very important bird, needed to fulfill my earnest desire. You understand, don't you, Lacan?
Suit yourself.
We shall crucify them in the land of Golgotha, to the west of here. Collect all the broken gears. When Faye and the others arrived at the deepest part of Mahanon, I was looking after the newly mutating people in Nissan. People mutating, one after the other. Like some eternal nightmare that made me wonder just how long we would have to keep nursing them. Are you okay? You haven't had any rest, have you? I can handle things on my own for a while. Why don't you go out and take for a walk? Thank you, but I'll be alright. I'd rather keep busy so that I won't worry about things too much. Is that it? Hey! Ellie, what's that? This? Can I see it? Just as I thought, it's the pennant of Nissan. But why do you have it, Ellie? It's Faye's. I'm holding onto it for him, but it feels as if I have always worn it. When you wear that, you look even more like Sophia. Really? Flattery won't get you anything, you know. Anyway, we need to hurry up and test the new mutation suppressant assembler on those other people there. We can't afford to have them change any further. Oh no, something has happened to Faye and the others. Overcome by indescribable fear, I decided to ascend to Shavat, which was stationed in the skies above Nissan. Awaiting me there was a transmission from Krelian. He told me that if I wanted to save Faye and the others, I would have to come to Golgotha. Krelian wanted me. In order to save Faye and my other friends, I departed in the last Omnigear left remaining in Shavat. That was the one that you remember she resonated with all that time back in Shavat. That was Sophia's Omnigear that Ellie ended up resonating with. My previous fear in riding in this machine was surmounted by my desire to rescue the people dear to me.
Are you serious about going in alone?
Krelian told me to come by myself. I can't afford to break this agreement, so please, stay behind and protect everyone here. But it's a trap! I know. Then why? If I do not go, Faye and them will be executed for sure. Krelian isn't concerned with anyone but me.
So what makes you think he's going to hold his part of the bargain? Do you have any way of knowing that you will definitely save your friends by doing this?
No. Then it's suicide. It might be. But I've made it this far because of Faye and the others. Because they accepted me as their friend.
If you go away, what about us? What about all the people who have assembled in Nissan that you leave behind? Everyone's depending on you for their spiritual support.
The people in Nissan will be fine. They can stand on their own feet without any support from me. This is also true of you all, right?
But why do you do so much for him?
I don't know. I guess it's a woman's prerogative to be selfish, perhaps. A woman's prerogative. I'm not a holy woman of any sort. I'm just a regular woman. I get angry, I cry, I laugh. Although at times I can resent others, I also know how to love others. Loving whole masses of people at times, and loving just one person the rest of the time. I am in supreme bliss when I am embraced by the man I love. Giving what I have to him, and receiving what he gives to me, we become one flesh. That is the moment when I am most at peace. It is my prerogative as a woman to simply want to save the man that I love. Boss, I'm sorry for saying such selfish things. I'll go and do all that I can for my friends. So I want you all to do whatever it is you can do for our friends here. Well, I better get going now. And this is Golgotha. Also a mistranslation, that is supposed to be Golgotha, which in the Bible was also the place where Jesus was crucified. Yes, I know it looks silly. We can discuss that after the scene is done. Yes, I know Choo Choo ruins it. We can discuss that after the scene is done. Someone shoot Choo Choo. Choo Choo's presence kind of brings down the scene, I won't lie. I'll talk about that in a minute. Ellie! And this is another one of those kind of diorama moments where they don't actually show the full scene, but they kind of abridge it a little, just to kind of show everyone in front of a diorama instead of actually having like fully animating the scene. They're in their gears. They're not outside of their gears. Faye and Citan and all the rest of the party, they're in their gears on the crosses. It's just showing them here as kind of an abstract thing. Idiot, why did you come here? Krellion's after you. Forget about us. Run and save yourself. I came as I was told. I'm the only one you need. They have nothing to do with this. So let Faye and the others go. How gallant you are, Elheim. It's as if that scene from the past has been brought back to life in the present. So you came in an Omni-gear. That too is her gear. Allow me to confirm something. I'll consider what kind of treatment your friends will receive, on one condition. That you first defeat these two men here with that gear you came in. How about it, Elheim? Forget it, Ellie! He's up to something! Don't accept it! Faye is right. Krellion is not a man of his word. And he always has ulterior motives when he sweet-talks someone. What is more, those men are fighting machines created by Krellion. Their combat skills are immeasurable. They are not opponents you can handle by yourself. Do not take him up on his offer. Escape while you can. My, such harsh criticism. I am not that brutal. So, what will it be, Elheim? Even if you were to try to flee now, it is not likely you will be able to. You see, I have this whole area surrounded by my guards. Wouldn't it be logical to take the choice where you may still stand a chance? No matter how slight it may be? Don't do it, Ellie! Alright then, I'll do what you say. Good. You are indeed my precious little bird. Now, get on with it. If it gives Faye and them even the slightest chance of escape, then I will fight. I don't care if it even costs me my life. too fast. That gear on the left we saw when saw down in Zeboim. Actually, not in Zeboim. In one of the gates when we encountered Emeralda that one time. Outmatched, even in my Omni gear. He's a servant of Krelian, both of them. But I can't just... No, not like this. I can't lose! Must somehow stop movement. Stopped? Now's my chance! Ah! Did I do it? How could that... I thought it had some sort of effect.
Girl, that hurt. I'll get you back. It was wrong of you to underestimate our power.
Getting no results.
Can't be helped, Mugwort. It's about time to finish the job. Down yet? It's to be expected. Multiple fractures, major blood loss. I wouldn't be surprised if the cockpit is a sea of blood. At worst, death. What the? There's no way you could stand after taking that much damage. Mugwort! Why, you! How dare you do that to my partner! No way! Ellie! Her true awakening? Or just merely protecting her master? Either way, it does not alter the fact that she is the mother existence that I have been searching for. Now men, Recover that machine. Place priority on the safety of the pilot. Use whatever it takes to preserve her life. Well then, I shall be taking this girl with me. As for the rest of you, why don't you just wallow there pathetically while you mediate on your own lack of any real power?
Pitiful. You can't even protect a single woman. It's not even worth the effort of putting a spineless wretch like you out of your misery.
Ellie was taken away, and as Ramses had told her, we were left alive. Was Krellian just keeping his promise? No, that can't be it. There had to be another real reason why he allowed us to live. And we had to find that out. Alright. We'll save there. Sounds like Noah and then all over again. Yep. Yep. You can see where there's both Xenoblade 3 and 2 took inspiration from that scene. It bears a lot of resemblance to the scene in Tantal in Xenoblade 2, when Jin and Malos take Pyra and Mithra. It also bears a lot of resemblance to, as you said, Noah and In. Alright. We can keep going. Actually, I don't know. I may go ahead and stop here. Yeah, I actually think this is a pretty good stopping place. We didn't actually get to what the Project Noah, the name of the, I say stop, yeah, I agree. Throat is starting to hurt a little as well. Alright, so next time, being tomorrow, we'll continue on through Disc 2, and even more crazy shit happens next time, if you can believe it. Yeah, we didn't even get to, I was outside most of the time, so I'm gonna watch this. Yeah, I would recommend that. Sorry if the stream wasn't the best. A little nasally, there was a lot of background noise, and also it cut off in the middle of the Anima Relic dungeon. So tomorrow should be better. I'll try for tomorrow, see what happens. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better stream. I'll most definitely feel better tomorrow. We didn't get to the name Project Noah. More cutscene movies, right? We didn't actually get to the name Project Noah, which is what I named the stream after. But either way, we'll stop there. I may rename this one. So I'll see. I think I'll name it. Have a good name? Should I name the stream? Rename it. I know. Could just call it Mahanan. That'd be boring. Raziel's tree. That'd also be boring. Revolved a lot around Faye and Ellie's romance. I'm not naming it that, no. That's too on the nose. Let's see. Okay, I do have a name. I do have a name for it. I'm gonna rename the stream the Antitype. That doesn't make any sense right now, but it'll make more sense later. Probably after next stream. Most definitely after next stream, it'll make more sense. So, alright. That being said, I'm ending the stream here. Y'all have a good night. I will continue with Xenogears tomorrow. Take care.